Okay. So you're gonna say this is B9 bike garage, yeah? EFB9 bike garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say from EFB9. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh. Man.
Wait, Mr. Ferry.
Hello. Okay. Hello.
Oh hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you guys doing?
Hi.
Who's there?
This is B9 bike garage.
Yeah, Yuki.
EFB9 bike garage.
Hello,
Let's make it a bit
welcome.
bigger.
I'll say from EFB9.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So well,
what's your name? Oh my gosh. Welcome to the EFB9 bike garage.
Wait, Mr. Ferry.
And today we're going to be sharing everything you need to know about how to change a tire. Actually, this is actually part of a series. Right.
I can't
What is
hear
it?
you clearly.
Oh,
You can hear me
you
clearly,
can
okay?
hear me.
because I think you might be muted.
Am I muted? No, I'm not.
Oh no, yeah, you're good. Okay.
Maybe because you're wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah. I have to learn how to. You guys are okay. I have to learn the math.
Yeah, because
Can you hear me now?
What about my voice? Yuki, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
All right.
okay, how about me? How about me? Can you hear me clearly?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
This sounds good.
How about me?
Just like not clearly,
Not
but
clearly.
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's
I can
good.
hear you.
That's good, okay.
Yep, so welcome everyone in our show,
Mhm.
EFB9 Garage.
Yes.
Okay, so
Wow.
for today's episode, we are going to talk about, what is it, Mr. Chris and Mr. Andrew?
We're going to talk about ways to maintain your bike, specifically about
About
changing a tire,
the
right?
entire, yes, because the most common problems that people encounter while riding a bike is actually a flat tire. So how many people have had a flat tire before? Who's had a flat tire before? I've had one. Never had a
My
flat tire?
dad.
Your dad had a flat tire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Me
Okay.
too, but my dad fixed it, not me.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
okay.
good,
Okay.
man.
So in this episode, we're going to teach you exactly how to fix it and how to fix it properly and quickly. And also, we're going to try and use minimal tools as possible. So in case you have a flat tire on the street or somewhere away from your dad or your usual tool kit, you can still fix it. Okay? All right, so before we begin, we can move our chairs out of the way. So why is it here? Okay. And we're going to introduce or show you guys these different bikes that you might have. Okay, so first of all, Mr. Aga, what sort of bike is this?
Yeah, so this is the road bike, as you can see. It has a drop bar. Okay.
Mhm.
And then
And then we
the other
have
one, we
this
have
bike.
mountain bike.
That's a bike,
So
yes.
basically, they are the same.
I know.
I'll fix them, but a
Yeah.
little bit different.
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 You might want to well, the main difference when you want to fix the tire is you have to pay attention to the brakes. So on a mountain bike, they have something called a V brake, just like this. I think a lot of you might know this sort of brake. I'll kind of move it forward a bit here. So it's like this. I'll press the brakes. So this is called a V brake. So the brakes actually pinch up here. Okay, so that's the V brake on a mountain bike.
And the other one, we have this one. What kind of a brake is it, Mr. Andrew?
People call this a U brake or a caliper brake. You might want to show it onto Instagram as well. There you go. See.
There you go. And yep. So it's a little bit different.
It's a bit different. Yeah, it's a U brake because it looks like a U, like that. So it's like that, and when you press the brakes, it pinches on the bottom. It doesn't pinch on the top.
There you go.
Okay.
And how to
All right.
fix the flat tire, Mr. Andrew?
Okay. So first of all, you need to take the tire off first. Okay, so how do you take the tire off? Well, there are two mechanisms that you need to release first. So first, you need to release the brakes. So with the U brake or caliper brake, you have a switch here to make it a bit more looser. So you open it up by lifting the switch here.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Now on a V brake, it's a bit different and a bit more difficult actually, but still doable. So with the V brake, you see there, this is the cable for the brake. Now you need to loosen that first by pinching first, pinching the top. There's a little hook on the top over here. To release that, okay, see, comes off. And now,
You guys see it?
Oh,
see that?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
you see that?
Yeah, this is Mr. Arthur's one.
Here you go. Can you see
For the
it?
big bike.
This one?
Higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is, you need to pull it.
Yeah, here you go.
And for
Ow.
the mountain bike,
Dirty.
Okay. Mountain bike. You want to show Instagram as well for the road bike?
Yeah.
Okay, this is for the mountain bike here.
yeah, that's it.
So you pinch it here,
Okay, so
right?
I can't
And-
see.
You can see it?
Here. I'll put it up.
Okay.
Oh,
You see now? Yeah, okay, so this is how you release it, okay? So you press it together like that, you press the brakes together, and there's like a little hook here that's keeping it latched on. So you release that, you unhook it somehow, see? Okay, unhooks, and you release like that.
Oh.
It comes off very
How
easily.
to put it
How
back?
to what? How to put it back, okay, how to put it back? Also very easy, you do the exact opposite. So you pinch it together again. Okay, like this. Okay, you grab that hook, open the sleeve over here. Okay, and you push the string through that gap over there, or the cable through the gap, and you make sure that the edge of this hook here catches inside that latch over there. See? So now it's not moving anywhere, and you can, my fingers pinch there. Okay, and you can now use your brake again.
Oh,
Okay?
Yep.
Very easy. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Good workout for you.
awesome.
Okay, so again, you're gonna release the brakes first,
Okay. And
Okay.
this one?
and this one as well. So you just release over here. Yeah, the same thing with the back as well. So with the back of your bike, the same thing. For the caliper, it's just a mechanism over there, a latch. And here again, your V brakes, same thing. You pinch and you release the V brake.
Oh.
Probably in a future episode, we'll probably talk about brakes because brakes are also one of the most important things about the bike because if you don't have any brakes, you can't stop. So we'll probably talk about maintaining your brakes and changing your brakes as well, but that's for a later episode. Okay, so we'll get more into detail next time. For now, we're going to focus on the tires. So now the next thing that we have to do is that we have what's called a quick release
Quick release.
right here. They call it quick release because it's exactly what the name implies, which is you just lift off this latch, you pull it open, which is kind of hard sometimes, and you unwind it a bit, you unscrew it a bit, and it comes off. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, and we got to, I'll probably show the other side, it's easier. I'll show the other side. Okay, so,
You want me to use the computer in the area?
it's okay? All right, so here, we have a quick release over here on the side, and you just pull it apart, hold one side, and you unscrew it right there. Okay? You don't have to unscrew it all the way, just a bit. And with one pull, it should come off. There, comes off very easily.
Oh.
That's cool. That's what I call it.
I don't think they can see you. You have to touch the camera.
What's that?
They can't see you.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
You need to do it over here.
Okay, so again, yeah,
Mhm.
it's very easy stuff. So
Way too far.
let me screw back on. Right. So people on Instagram as well. Hopefully you can see that as well. So again,
Give it away. Let me hold this.
okay. I'm gonna show people on Instagram as well, yeah? So here we go. So again, you have this latch over here, this lever, and you push it down until it loosens. You hold one side, and you hold the other side, and you just unscrew it. So it's loose, it doesn't have to come off completely, just as long as it's loose. And you hold the tire down, and you pull your bike up, and it should come off very easily. Okay? Very easy to do.
And then what happens when the wheel comes off? How do I set it down?
Now, I'm just showing how to actually open it, okay? So, and before you actually start, it's easier if you put your bike upside down. Okay, so if you have a stand, you put it up, okay? Now, very carefully, you need to put your bike upside down like this. It might be kind of heavy, so you might need some help from a friend or somebody around there. And you rest it on the seat. Put it over here. Sorry. Okay, over here. So it's resting on the handlebar and on the seat as well, right? So now you can easily open it up, release it, okay, and just pull. It comes off. There. So that's for the front wheel. I'll set it down over here. Now for the back wheel, it's a bit more difficult. So let me just turn this around first. So the back wheel, you have, most bikes will have gears. So you have a gear in the front, at the crank, that they call it, and they have gears in the back. Okay, so with the gear, we'll start with the gear in the front first, okay? So you need to change the gear to the lowest gear over here. So you need to find out which one that is.
Yep.
Bike's upside down, so, okay, this one.
So lowest is the biggest, the bigger one.
The biggest one.
Yeah, the biggest one, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But this is already correct already. Let's try and move that. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay. Now,
this is, you need to
yeah.
keep it.
Yes, so for the rear one, has to be the smallest gear. Okay, so I'm gonna shift it to the smallest gear while turning. And keeps changing to the smallest one, all the way to the smallest one, there.
Can't see
Okay?
it. You can't see it.
Okay, so we need to move it
I can stop
closer
it.
to the end.
Okay. And also quite closer to Instagram as well. Instagram going on.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to move it here.
We can.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so again, this,
So it's on the smallest one. Right?
yep. So you change it to the smallest one. Okay, so it's only to the smallest one now. So now you can just stop it with your hand. Remember again, make sure that the brakes are off. And now with the quick release, you pull off and loosen the lever over there. You hold one side and you unscrew, or you can unscrew this side as well. It doesn't have to be completely off. So as long as it's loose, now you can begin to take it off. Now, what I usually do is that I usually push this off. So the derailleur is a spring, right? So you can just pull it a bit like this, and you lift it away from the chain. So it comes off. Yep. So that's how you do it. But your tire is off. Okay.
Oh, there. Okay.
Easy, right?
That's how you do it. Easy, right? Okay, that's with the mountain bike.
Kind
Now,
of easy to take it off, but I don't know if put it on is easy too.
oh yes, okay, putting it on, we'll show you. We'll show how to do it. Okay, now for the road bike. It's the exact same thing. Now, you gotta make sure that some of the road bikes have some stuff on it. So like on here, I have a cycling computer. So I'll take that off first. And these other things as well. Okay, thank you. This should be okay. So I will tune this over again. Okay, maybe Miss Eric can help me lift the back wheel up. Okay. and turn over.
Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay. Place it on screen. Okay. So again, for front wheel,
Front.
again, there's a quick release on this side over here. So you just have to pull that. See, it comes off. Release it a bit, loosen it a bit, and hold it down and pull it off. There. Comes off
Wow.
very easily.
So everything is easy.
Everything on a bike is very easy to
Quick
remove.
release.
Yes, because bikes are made to be easy to maintain.
Yeah.
Make sure that if you do run into any
Like
trouble on the
the
road, that you
switch
can
to
fix it easy.
tire.
What is it?
Yes.
Yuki?
No,
This is a tire.
mine.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah. Is there any other types of axle? Yes. Instead of quick
quick
release.
release. Yes, there are types where it's bolted on with a bolt actually.
Oh,
So-
with a bolt.
So if you have one with a bolt, you need a wrench to open it. Those are a bit more difficult.
Wrench.
Yeah, those are a bit more difficult, but I guess it's still possible, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but it's for the classic bike.
Yeah, usually classic bikes have the bolts on it, yes.
But for modern bike, they use this one, the quick release.
Yep. Okay, so that's how you change it.
Easier.
Yep. And again, to remove the back wheel, exact same method as well. Remember with the front one, how do you change, which gear did you change it to for the front derailleur?
Oh.
Did you change it to
Change
the
it.
big one?
The big one. Yeah.
In.
Yeah, so the front one, you change to the front one. Oh, sorry, the front one change to the big one.
Oh.
Okay, now we have to change the rear one to the smallest gear, or they call it cog, smallest cog.
Yeah, to the smallest cog.
Okay, there. Okay.
What is it? Enough, Sandra?
Yes.
You can use the brake, I guess.
Oh yes, it's still there.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
So your chance.
Okay.
Okay. And now, again, lever here.
The quick release.
Release. Hold the other side. Spin it and then screw it
Yeah.
until it's loose. And then what do you do?
You need to
You hold the gear and you pull it off.
hold and pull it off.
Good stuff. Okay, there you go. There.
Yeah.
Very simple, very easy.
Wow. So now I know how to pull off the rear tire.
Retire. Okay. Now comes the fun part. It's actually
so-
changing the tire.
Mhm. Is there any flat tires, Andrew?
We have no flat tires actually, but we'll demonstrate by using. Yeah, we can make it flat. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
How to make it flat, Andrew?
Okay, so there are two types of ways to, well, two types of valves actually for tires. One is called the straighter, and one is called the press style. So the one that I have is called the straighter. This might be a bit more common, yeah. So you see it in motorcycles, in cars, in lots of classic bikes. So it's the big one. It's quite large. It's bigger. See? Now with the press style,
It's different. It's called Presta. It's smaller.
very small valve.
Oh, it's smaller. And if you don't have the Presta
Press the valve.
valve, you need to buy the adapter.
Adapter, yes. I'll show you the adapter later.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's two types of valves. So make sure you pay attention to that when you're buying your inner tubes. Oh yes, and also there are two types of tires actually. Two types of wheels, I should say. So there's one they call a tubeless, and there's another one which is with the inner tube. And so these ones are the ones with inner tubes. And we'll show you why we call it inner tube and tubeless soon. Okay, so which one should we find? Okay, we'll find both of them actually, yeah, to show them the inner tubes, yeah. Okay. Okay, so the way you show them how to unscrew it first. Okay, so there's a little screw. If you have a straighter type, sorry, a Presta type, you need to unscrew this little valve here. See? Right here. You need to unscrew that first. Very small and tiny, right? So you don't unscrew it all the way. Again, you just unscrew it halfway. See, it's kind of halfway. Then you can press it and it'll become flat. So whenever you have a flat tire, make sure, yes, you gotta flatten it all the way. See? So whenever you have a flat tire, make sure you flatten it all the way down.
I think my bike doesn't have that. Wait.
Doesn't have that, okay. Okay, so Mr. Adam will flatten this one all the way. Now this one is the other one. Maybe your tire has this one? Your bike has a sort of tire?
Yeah,
Or to press that one? Okay, this is more common. So for this one, you see there's a little pin inside there. I'm not sure if you can see it. There's a pin in there, and you gotta press it slowly. You can use your fingernail, or if you can't reach it, you can use something small, the pen or the edge of your valve cover. Just press it. Yeah, you flatten it all the way. You gotta make sure that's extremely flat. Yeah, see, it's getting flat right now. So I'm gonna hold that down until it's completely flat. Because if it's not completely flat, it's gonna make removing the tire very difficult. So now just press out the rest of the air. So now you can hear that it's not really coming out anymore. So I gotta kind of massage the tire to force the remaining air out.
How's the outer doing? Mr. Outer doing?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
already?
yeah, it's already flat.
Oh, wow.
Completely flat, yeah, okay. So now we're good. The next step is to remove the actual tire, the outer tire, okay, which is this part here. Okay, now to remove it, you can use your fingers, but it's quite difficult. It kind of hurts. So what you need to have is you do actually need to have a toolkit. Oh, okay, we're
Yes,
spilling
the
it.
What's that?
The tool, because you cannot use your hand to open the top of the tire.
Yes.
It's so hard.
So yes, I can show you though. I have a method to open it without the lever.
You cannot open it, Mr. Andrew, yeah?
And the hook. Oh really?
Yeah, because it's so hard, Ricky.
Well,
Oh my god. So you need a tool. It's called
a tire lever.
opener,
Yeah, a tire opener.
like a can.
So you can open it.
So tire has an opener as well.
Yeah, but don't use a tire. Don't use a can opener on the tire. Okay, you're gonna ruin your tire. Okay. So basically, you have this tool right here. Okay. And usually it's yeah.
This is it.
Yep.
This is the can opener. Oh no, tire opener. Okay.
We call it a tire lever.
Yeah.
Or a tire lever. Okay. So the way you do it is that you would start at where the pin is. Okay, see the pin over here, or the valve, I should say. Now remember again, the Schrader and the Presta is different. So with the Presta, it also has a screw here. It has a washer. Okay, so you need to remove the washer first.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put this somewhere safe. Sorry, Mr. Aru. Hold that up, Paul. That's up on the side. Okay, so now we're gonna have to remove the tire. So what you do is like you insert this part of the tire lever, right? Insert it like this, all the way until it reaches the bottom part of the tire. So inside the frame, all right? Insert it there, and you kind of pry it open, pry it out like that. You can leave one side. So the reason why you have two, you can have two or more actually. It's easier to have more. So you use one to hold it down, and the other part to lift it up as well, and take it out again. Okay. Now you trade again. And you continue that process all the way around the tire. See, comes out.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Now it's still too hard, so I need to take it off again. Okay. Keep going around the entire tire until it's completely off.
Okay.
Okay, keep going around. Okay.
Yeah, you can use our hand now.
Yes.
It's a lot easier.
That's true.
Uh,
Now, yeah, it's loosened. You can use your hands
why
now.
are you loading? Why are you loading me for?
Laughing? We saw a comment on Instagram. It just made us laugh. It was a funny one.
Okay. I will call you Mr. Lol.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So now it's one side is completely off, right? You can see that right there. Okay. Now the trick is to not actually take up the entire tire. So just one side is enough. Now you're gonna want to remove the inner tube. So this is the outer part of the tire, right? So let's show them the inside right here. Okay. So this is part of the rim. There's a little, what is this? It's a rubber
Rim tape.
seal. It's a red tape, yeah.
Rim tape.
Oh, rim tape. The rim tape. Sorry.
Rib tape.
The rim tape that goes around the entire rim. Okay. It's basically to seal the tire from the outer elements. Okay. Now inside, well, this is where it gets really interesting, because now you can see that there's actually something else inside. This is called the inner tube. There we go.
Wow, it's a snake.
Well, you can probably check your friends and tell them that it's a snake inside your tire. Okay, once it's in, now remember not to pull too hard because you still have the inner tube, you still have the valve stuck there. So you need to remove the valve. Okay, let's take that off. That's quite long. It's quite difficult to remove. I think we did it the wrong way. It's supposed to be the other way, but it's okay. All right. There
So
you go.
that's the inner tube.
So this is called the inner tube. This is what you inflate to make your tire hard. Okay. So this is it. And usually, if you have a puncture, if you have a flat tire, this will usually have a tear in it or a puncture in it. So to go through that process, you have to try and find it and find where the puncture is, and you patch it up. They sell patch kits. We don't have it because you have a patch kit.
It's at home.
Okay, so maybe next time we'll show you how to apply a patch kit onto your inner tubes. Basically, it's like tape. It's black tape, very strong, very adhesive. You put it on there, and then you do it for a couple minutes, and then it'll stay there for a very long time, and then you can begin to use it again. Or if you don't have a patch kit, what I usually do is that in my little tool bag here, which I keep under the seat on the saddle of my bike, I actually have my own. I have a spare tube, they say. See, a spare inner tube, just in case. But I'll keep this here. It's brand new, and my other tube is still working. It still works like normal, so I won't actually change it. Okay. And it works the same way with the other tire as well. So with this one as well. Now there is a way to remove the tire without a tire lever, but it does require a bit of strength. So the first step is to actually push the tire to your stomach over here, okay? And you begin to massage it out from its spot, from its place. Okay, but it's really difficult though. But you could do it.
For this one, you don't need tire removal.
For this one, you would still need it. It's just that in case you don't have it, you can actually not use a tire removal tool. In case you don't have it. So if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world for you. You still have hope. Yes, over here.
Maybe a quick question to Yuki and yeah. You guys know what a lever is?
What?
A lever? You know what a lever is?
Lever, what?
A lever. So you talk about a tire lever.
I can't hear you clearly.
Oh, okay, guys.
Cause your mask. Cause your mask.
Your mask is.
What? We
Yeah.
will?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So do you know what a tire lever is? We talk about a lever. We've been talking a lot about levers. You know what a lever is?
Beaver?
Lever, yeah. You know how to spell it?
A beaver. I know a beaver. It's a bear in a donkey.
That's a beaver with a B. This is lever with an L.
Without Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lever is something that we use to actually lift something else. Right? what you would use to lift something that's much more heavier than you. So it's a tool.
Mhm.
So usually you'd have a lever as in a probably something that you pull on the rope. It's called a rope lever. And you can lift something heavy with it.
For a well,
Sorry?
water.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
well.
yeah, for a well, yeah. In a well, they would actually have a lever on top that spins. And after that, you would actually pull on it. So it's easier for you to actually pull the water out of the well. So in this case, it's called a tire lever. So it's easier for you to lift the tire.
Why is your forces 2?
Oh yeah, because with someone else.
It's fine.
You get our mind.
We got a lot of mics here.
Okay. Okay, so here it is. Both have been removed. Both inner tubes have been removed. This is the one from the mountain bike, which uses a Schrader valve. See the Schrader valve here as well.
Oh, it's like
Okay. This outer.
And also it's bigger.
Yeah, the bigger inner tube.
Inner tube is bigger.
it's like a rope. It's like a rope.
Yeah.
Like a rope. Yes. Now this one is the
Yeah, this is
Presta.
the Presta. Yeah, this
Presta
is the
valve.
Presta.
Okay, Presta
Presta
valve.
valve.
Keep checking with Mr. Otto. Okay, so this Presta valve right there, and just from the road bike inner tube, very thin. The size is also different. So when you get your inner tube, or when you want to buy your spare inner tube, make sure you know what sort of tire you have. The size, usually it's 26, 28, 29, or 27. And for the width as well, usually it's also a number between 28 to, what is that, to 35, 36 usually. Like I think this one is a 28. This is, I think, about, how big is this? What do you think? So 35, 36, I think. It's very big. So yeah, if you don't know which one to buy, you can always ask ask the guy at the bike shop, and he can tell you which one you need. Okay, so that's the inner tube. All right, so what happens now? What should we do?
And then how to put it in our
To put it back on? Okay, now let's assume that we fixed the inner tube, we patched it up, we've checked it, or we've got a new inner tube now. So this is our fixed or our new inner tube. Now we want to put it back in. All right, let's start with which one should we start with? The mountain bike? Okay, let's start with the mountain bike then. Okay, so this one. So first, what you do is that, now before you put it on, you need to inflate it just a bit, okay? So it's easier for you to put it on. Yeah, so what you need actually is you need a pump, a bike pump. Here's a bike pump over here. Of course, if you're at home or you're at a bike shop, yes, you'll see this bike pump. Now, if you're on the street, you can't blow it. It's not possible to blow the tires. So with your mouth, okay, you can't do it. So you need to actually have
what is it?
blowing the a superhero. Yeah, maybe a superhero can. Maybe the Hulk.
Maybe,
I don't know.
yeah.
Oh yeah, well for sure. Okay. But if we don't have a superhero around, we'll have to have a portable bike pump or mini bike pump like this. Okay, so this one, it has both the valve for the Schrader and for the Presta valve. Now, if you only have one with the Presta, also this one has Presta and Schrader. Now, because the Presta valve is the most common one, sorry, the Schrader valve is the most common one. And I mean, yeah, if the Schrader one, you won't have any problems. But for me, for example, my bike has the Presta valve, so I have to buy an adapter. So an adapter for the Schrader, for the Presta valve, sorry. Just very small, just like that. Okay. Now, first of all, what I'm gonna do, now since this is the Schrader valve, and I have two, I don't need the adapter. So I'm gonna pump it up just a bit. Okay, input it there, insert it there. Lock it in. And pump it up just a bit. Okay. There we go. Pump it just a bit. Just easy for us to insert it. I think that should be enough.
Oh.
What do you think, Mr. Arthur? It's stuck. Oh, actually, listen, now it's inflating. Okay. Take it out.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, first we start by inserting the valve. Okay, the valve into the hole of the rim.
Where is the
You'll find it
hole?
first with the hole.
Ah, this one's
Okay, here we go. Okay, the whole tire came off. That's all right. Okay, so it's actually easier if it's kind of halfway in first. So you make sure it's halfway in. Okay. This needs to be on the other side, actually. Sorry, can you move this to the other side? No, you have to that side. Just that, yep. Okay. Oh, also one more thing. That you have to make sure that the direction of the tire is correct. So this part, the tire, this will go like this, right?
Oh, the direction.
Yes. Direction will go. Right, so, yep. Oh, sorry. So the tires could be this way.
Yep.
Because it would be rolling that way, right? Is that correct? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, so the way you tell, usually there's an arrow on the tire. But if there's no arrow, usually there's groups on the tire, and it aims at a certain direction. Okay, so the direction that it aims is where it's going to roll. Okay, so remember, just try to imagine how you're going to attach your tire to the bike. Imagine it rolling. So this one's going to be rolling this way. That's why I switched it to that side. Okay. Okay. So again, now we have our tire, our inner tube. We inserted the valve into the hole of the rim, and now we are going to insert the tube, the inner tube, into the outer tire. Okay, so Mr. is going to help me with the other side.
Mhm. And
Okay, let's insert the inner tube.
insert the tube.
Yep, start from the top.
Oh,
Work our way around. Okay. So that's why it's very important that you inflate it a bit first. It's easy for you to push it in. There you go. Okay. And then make sure it's halfway. Okay, so it's already halfway in now. Now we can just begin to slowly push it back into position. So without pinching the inner tube, okay? Now this is where a lot of mistakes happen. It happened to me a couple of times as well. I accidentally pinched the inner tube and became flat. So I have to change the tire again. So you gotta be very careful with this part. Yeah, I pinched the inner tube again while trying to insert.
I cannot hear you clearly.
Oh,
Oh, you can hear me clearly. Yes. So I pinched the inner tube. So it's possible to pinch it between the tire and the frame and the rim, and it becomes damaged again. So you have to change it again.
Okay.
Okay,
so
now-
be careful.
Handle
And pinch
that.
it.
Yeah. And now you squeeze it in.
Oh,
There. So without a tire lever, you can still change your tire. It's still possible. You just need a bit of power to do it, but it's possible. Okay, so now we have this, and now we can pump it all the way. Okay, we can use this. Insert that. Yeah, so I'll show how to do this first, just a bit. Okay, pump it up this way. Now using this pump, it's actually kind of difficult. So,
Mhm.
okay, so it's really difficult. So I'm gonna switch over to the other one.
Okay.
But in emergency situations, you can use this one actually. It is possible. It's just a
That's
bit
for
difficult.
emergencies. And
Yes, only for emergency. So since it's not really emergency, it's only for demonstration purposes only, we'll switch to our bigger pump. Okay,
ready?
right, let's go ahead. Now, a lot of your pumps will actually have a meter on it as well. So make sure you pump it up to between 50 and 60 PSI.
What?
Or make sure that it's tight enough that you can just kind of press it. So you can't press it anymore. So if it's way too hard to press, that means it's enough.
Is it enough, Mr. Andrew?
Not yet. I
Okay.
can still press it a bit. So I can still kind of press it.
40 PSI?
40 psi. Okay. Let's do it to 40 to 50 psi, or until I can't pitch it anymore. I can still pinch it. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, now it's too difficult. All right, I think that should be enough.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Very hard.
Okay, boom.
Wow. There we go. There, it's all pumped up. Look at that. Well done. Okay, so that's how you change that tire. Now with the road bike tires are a bit harder to put on. So with this one, I'm gonna have to use a tire lever, and I'll show you how to do that. So again, it's the exact same thing. Insert the valve first into the hole of the rim. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna put it around the tire. Now I'm gonna insert. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong way around. Okay. So first of all,
Which side?
the side over here.
Okay.
It's easier to insert. So sorry, I think we gotta turn it this way.
They can see it.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so the side where it's open here. Okay, it's open on the side. And that's where you insert the valve. Okay. So you can still kind of pry it open.
Oh, wait.
And,
There you go.
okay. And can I insert it first into the hole of the rim?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it goes inside there.
And
And now,
insert the inner tube.
send it into just like that. Okay, massage it in. Make it even. All right.
Yeah.
Now we can begin to put the rim back on, to put the tire back on. Okay, just like that.
Oh, it's a bit harder.
Yes, it's a bit harder, it's a bit tougher. These tires go on very strongly. It's easy if you kind of put in your stomach while you do this. So you pull towards your stomach at the rim, I'm sorry, where the valve is, pull it there, and begin to massage it in. If it's too hard, like right now, we can actually use a tire lever. Let's put it up like this. Show it, sorry, over here.
So you're gonna use the tool again?
Yes, we're gonna use the tool again.
Yeah, because it's too hard.
It's too hard, yeah, it hurts our fingers. So with this one, you insert it underneath, so use that tool again. Insert it underneath the tire until you feel the rim, and you pull it, you pry it in. You can watch your fingers, Ms. Outer, it's gonna hurt. There,
Okay.
that. See, it's really hard. And again, the other one, kind of force it in, push it in there. So you feel the rim, gets locked in there, and you pry it in again.
Whoa.
There we go, now popped in, like that. And again, you have to be careful to not pinch the inner tube. If not, you have to repeat the whole process again, and with the new inner tube. Okay,
What?
all right,
Kingston?
now,
I heard you say Kingston.
Kingston.
What is it?
Kingston or what?
Oh no, I said if you pinch your tire, you have to repeat the whole process again. You have to replace your inner tube again. So make sure you be careful not to pinch your inner tube. Okay, now Ms. R is going to pump the tire again. And again, you have to pay attention to the PSI or the pressure. For different bikes, it's different. Oh, sorry, for different tires, I should say, it's different pressures. So I know that that for a road bike and for this particular tire, the PSI is 80. So you just
80
go
until 100?
80 to 90. So
90.
yeah, let's put it to 90. It's better.
Put 90.
90, yes.
Okay. But I usually just 100.
100. Well, 100. I'm just too tight for this tire. My tires not that good. It might burst.
Oh, it's already 90.
But okay, 90 should be enough. Okay, it's very tight. I can release it and pull up. And remember, there's that screw over here. So I have to screw it onto the bottom, all the way reaches to the bottom of the valve, just like that. So it's kind of tight, kind of finger tight. I don't want it to be too tight because I might damage it. And there. And also I have that other, did you get the washer? Yep, that's good. Now remember, we had that washer
It's good.
So
It's tiny.
yes,
It's difficult.
yeah. Be careful when you're in the street. Yeah, you don't want to lose it when you're in the street. Okay, so that's kind of finger tight as well. And you close the valve with the cap, the valve cap. There you go. The tire is fixed. Okay, so that's how you fix the tire. And now we are going to show you how to put the bike back together, starting with the front wheel. Okay, so assume that the front wheel
I
is
just like going, and then my tire, I have a flat tire, and then I take it off, and then I can't put it on again, and then yeah, I'm stuck in there.
Oh, so that's why this is how you put it back on. Put it back on is a bit challenging, but it's possible. It's once you know how to do it, it's quite easy actually. So when you put it back on, again, you have to remember the direction that you put it on. Loosen it a bit until it's wide enough. There.
Can you repeat for
Oh, yes.
Instagram?
Okay, so for Instagram again. So the tire again, put it into position. Make sure that the axle is at the, what do you call this, yeah? The fork.
The fork.
Yep, it's in line with the fork. And it should pop in straight away. And you just tighten it. And you have the quick release. So the quick release is up. Tighten it until it's not too tight. And now you can press the quick release down. And that should be nice and tight. There. Very easy. Same thing with the mountain bike.
The mountain bike. There you go.
Okay, I'll move this one. Oh, you're pretty shoulder soldered.
Yeah, so that's the mountain bike.
Okay, so here we go. I think we should turn it around, yeah, so we can show so we can show the lever. Okay, I think yeah, like this would be good. There you go. Okay, so here we go. And this should be over here. So again, line the axle with the fork. Push it in. There it is. Tighten it until it's slightly tight. You don't want it to be just tight. You can touch it. That's too loose. You're gonna tighten it a bit again. A bit too loose. Just a tad bit more. Okay, this will be tight. And there we go. Front tires attached. Okay. Now, now we're going to attach the rear wheel.
Rear tire.
And the rear tire is a bit more challenging because of the gears. So I think we should probably turn it around again.
Oops.
Okay. Look at the rear wheel. So again, remember, we removed it when the chain was on the smallest cog, right? So yeah, I just said what we started doing. Lift the chain up, lift the derailleur up. We're gonna line it with the smallest cog. Okay. And then now, so we turn it back there, line it with the rear axle. And loosen it a bit. Should fall right into position. There we go. So make sure it's tight. Check the left side to the right side. Okay, it's in. Now I'm going to tighten it again. And bit by bit, a bit more tighter. Too loose. Still too loose. There, perfect. There we go. So now we can turn it back around. And oh,
whoa.
There you go. Okay. Now there's still one more step though. I'll show you later. We're gonna do the road bike first.
Okay, I will put it.
Oh sure. Okay.
And this is the rear side.
Okay, and again with the rear wheel, take this. And Miss Otto's gonna help me with the rear derailleur.
Yeah.
Put it up. Put the chain on
the smallest cog.
Smallest cog. Yep. I think you gotta pull it more. With this one, you might need a friend to help you out with this. and then slowly, there you go. Make sure it inserts into the brake as well, and it's aligned with the rear axle, and there, it fits just perfectly like that. Now I'm gonna tighten this, tighten it on. It's a little bit too loose again. Gonna tighten it more. Just a tad more. And there we go. There, it's done. Okay, now there's actually one more step that's missing. We still have to do one more thing. Do you guys remember what that is? One more step.
What is it?
What step is that? Before you begin riding your bike. What's one more step that we have to do, that we forgot to do? Maybe it's more obvious in here.
Yeah, this is more obvious.
It's more obvious.
Okay. Okay. So can you find
What's one more step that we have to do?
what more step that we miss? All right, here as well. Yeah. Look. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, what happens, Andrew?
Oh, we can't stop?
Yeah.
Oh, the brakes.
Oh my God. So what is it?
It's the brakes. We didn't touch the brakes yet.
Oh.
Okay, so the brakes. Remember, we had a question. We had a concern from somebody on Zoom regarding the brakes, right? So
Yeah.
So to put it back together again, remember with the V brake, you have brakes like this. You pinch it together again, okay? Okay, let's get this one out of the way first. Okay, you hold that there. Pinch it together. Remember, there's a cable here. So you fit that through the gap in this hook here. Insert it there. And there you go. It should attach there and it should hold nicely. There.
Does it
So
work? Whoa.
works perfectly. Now we're gonna do the rear one. So again, you take both sides of the V brake. I remove the sleeve or expose the cable. I insert the cable through the gap in this hook here, and it should catch right there. There we go. And that's the rear brake attached. That's for the mountain bike. Now for the road bike, do you remember how to fix a brake for this one? It's very simple for
Yeah,
the.
it's so simple for the road bikes. You just need to pull this one.
That's it. And the rear one as well.
The rear one as well, the same.
Same thing as well.
Simple, this one. There is one.
There we go.
So there's a lever on it, so you need to pull it.
Yes. You push the lever down, and it should engage the brakes automatically. Okay, so there you have it. That is how you change a tire on a bike. A lot of steps, but if you try it on your own, if you practice it, you should be able to do it on your own. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah, no.
No.
For you either? Does anybody have a flat tire? If you have a flat tire, you can always bring it to EF into our sector 9, and we can help you. We can show you, we can teach you how to change a tire and bring you through the process. Just make sure you have a spare inner tube or a spare tire if you need it. Okay, and we can show you how to do it. Yes?
Can I ask you about who is the cameraman or camera what?
Oh, it was right here, Mr. Ferry and Mr. Chris.
You're done. Where?
Mr. Chris,
Ferry, can you show yourself, Mr.
My
Ferry?
Totoro.
Look.
Oh, it's Mr. Ferry.
Totoro. Cute. But weird.
Oh.
Ah.
There you go. Any other questions?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
IDK.
All right then. So hope that was informative for you guys. Hope you guys just learned something from
Oh
that.
yeah, I have a question.
Okay,
No,
sure,
no,
go ahead.
Never mind. Never mind.
It's okay, just ask. Don't worry.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
I wanna ask you about why I didn't have question.
Oh.
Let me think. Hey, Mr. Aru, can you answer that question?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Because you already understand.
Possible.
Yeah, why I didn't have a question. What's your question?
And the others, are you into cycling? Do you like cycling?
Not
Yuki,
really.
and the others?
I
Oh,
like
neither.
cycling,
Oh, you like cycling? How about
but
Kika?
it's
Oh,
My
Micha, we have
favorite
Micha
thing to
here,
do
Miss
was
Andrew.
animation.
We have Misha as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Oh,
favorite
what is
thing
it,
to
Yuki?
do was animation.
Oh,
I just want to say to you, my favorite thing to do, the first one is drawing, and the second or maybe the third was animating.
Oh,
Animating.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Animating.
Drawing animating. Wow, okay.
Okay. And what about you, Kika?
I like playing Roblox.
Oh, you like
Roblox.
playing Roblox.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna have another session on Saturday.
I like
Yes,
So stay tuned for
playing,
that.
but I
of
can't.
course. And
Because
Micha?
of the coronavirus.
Hello, Micha. Are you here, Micha? Oh.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Oh yes, she's
Yes.
Hey,
So that's
hello.
Micha.
Can you hear my voice?
Yep.
What about
Yes,
you,
I can
Micha?
hear
What
voice.
do you do for fun? Micha?
Wait, what?
Yeah. What do you do for fun? What's your hobby?
Oof, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. Do you like cycling, like Mr. Andrew and Mr. Chris? So just for your information, they just finished
Hello?
100
I
kilometers.
can't hear you
Yeah.
clear. I can't hear you clearly. Sorry.
Oh, do you like cycling,
My
Micha?
connection is actually bad.
Micha? Ah, it's okay then.
Hmm?
Yeah. So okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
And
is that-
hello?
Do you like cycling?
Yeah, but my bicycle is broke.
Oh, what happened to your bicycle? What happened, Micha? What's wrong? You got flat tire? Or
Hello? Can you hear my voice? Oh my God, sorry, my connection is bad.
Oh, it's okay then.
Okay, it's okay, Misha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Misha, maybe if you have a
Sorry.
problem with the bike, you can let us know. We could probably help you out with it as much as possible. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, is there any other questions regarding how to fix a bike, how to fix the tires,
No.
especially? Okay, so maybe for the next episode, let us know what you want to know, what you want to learn about, how to maintain, maybe clean, or maybe fix something for your bike. And we will show you how to do it on EFB9's Bike Garage.
Bike garage.
Okay, guys? Okay, all right then. I think that is it for now.
Yeah, that's all for today.
That's all for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you,
Thank you
Yuki.
for
Thank you, Misha.
watching.
And thank you, who's that, Kika?
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kika.
Kika. Bye-bye. And thank you,
Thank you,
Instagram as well.
Yuki.
See you guys on Instagram.
So,
Thank you,
yeah,
everybody.
Okay.
just stay tuned for the next episode.
The next episode.
B9
B9 Bike Garage. Yay. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I forget the name. What's okay.
Oh, you forgot?
It's
name.
K wait.
Kyler. No.
Case. Yeah.
What? I forgot. Okay, whatever.
You can just read the name.
Where?
Oh,
No, the astronaut.
oh the
Oh, the astronaut.
Oh, I
Oh, who's the astronaut?
Kika.
I forgot.
It's
What is it?
Case.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's his name? Case?
Case. K-A-S-E. Case.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
K-A-S-E, Case.
Yeah. This one. Wow.
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 Bye, Miss Ika. Bye-bye, Ika. Oh, bye-bye, Kika. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yuki.
Bye-bye.
Mister, don't end the meeting. Just leave.
Okay.